The third day's play at the 21st Moscone Cup. It's a race to 11, and so far the defending champions Europe are leading the charge and hoping to win again this year to make it 7 wins in the last 8. But the Americans are determined to fight back and are out for revenge after some humiliating results over the past few Moscone Cups. This year they have a new lineup and hope this will help them win back this prestigious title. After 2 sessions, the Europeans were leading the charge 6-4 in this race to 11 points. Day 3 didn't start too well for the Americans either. The opening game was a comedy of errors as John Schmidt and Justin Hall gifted opportunity after opportunity to the European pair of Karl Boys and Nikos Economopoulos, who ran out 5-3 winners. Then Justin Hall dug out a fine win over Economopoulos in the opening singles match. It was a tense battle as Hall held his nerve under pressure, and he ended the match with a difficult 4-9 combination. This is confirmation of the overall score, and after that last match the USA clawed a point back. Team Europe now leads 7-5. We still have 3 more games to come in this session, 2 singles and 1 doubles, and coming next it'll be another tough match as the defending champions Box Office Karl Boys and Granite Mark Gray play Prince of Pool Corey Deuel and Mr. 400 John Schmidt. Let's hand over to your commentators, Jim White and Andy Goldstein.
Still, Europe 7-5 in front. But I can tell you, folks, if you haven't been watching the Moscone Cup, this is as tight as it's been in a long time. Europe know they're in for a tussle this year. And Andy Goldstein, he's made his way up to the commentary box. Andy, you have to agree, this is anybody's. Even Justin Hall, they think they're favorite.
Well, you know what? They just can't shake them off, can they? 7-5. I mean, we were talking earlier on, off camera, that it could all be over tonight. You've just heard what the Americans are thinking. They fancy their chances to go all the way. And you know what? From previous results, from previous years in the Moscone Cup, who would disagree with them? 7-5, they're 2 behind. They win this. It's anyone's.
Needless to say, this is a very important match for Europe, because they've got to feel the breath on their backs. They've got to try and shake this American momentum. And that's not how they do it.
No, they'll be looking to put that one ball in the middle bag, and nothing went down.
Now, John Schmidt, we watched him in the first match, a doubles pairing where he was with Justin Hall. He probably looked as bad as he's looked in a long time. So you know he went to the practice table, tried to work it out, and we'll see if he can bring a little more positivity to his pairing with Corey Deuel.
Jim, of course, you used to play snooker a lot, so you know exactly what it's like to have a bad day on the table. How do you get over it?
You know something, I was watching him. You could tell he just wanted to crawl into his chair. The last place he wanted to be was out there on center stage. But when you're there, you got to fight through it. And he is really close to fouling here. But these two are good pals. One thing I've said right from the start with John Schmidt, he's a character guy and he is a team player. Win or lose, he's there for his side.
He's left what looks like an easy pot, but again, it's such a thin clip on that 4-ball. The white is going away. Always difficult to judge the pace of these shots.
Needs a bounce. Just got there. Well, these guys are smiling.
Lead weight around your neck.
You just caught John Schmidt there talking about having a lead weight around his neck. He's feeling it, make no mistake, but
going to drop this in. Roll down the same side of the table. Doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball here. No, it's a tiny bit short, and the reason I say that is because the obvious shot is to drop this 7 in to hold for the 8 ball. And because he's got maybe too much of an angle, the white will be coming back up the table. He'll be trying to play this dead weight. You know what? I think he might be going up and down, Jim. Yeah, he is.
Not even in question.
That's a dangerous shot. He doesn't want to get behind that 9. He doesn't want to get behind that 9. Wow.
Well, that's one of the first times I think John has had his heart in his stomach, and it worked out for him. Earlier today, it never did. Game effort, this from the Americans, you have to say. And John Schmidt deposits the 9. Thankfully, he and his buddy secure the first rack, and it was against the break. So Shane Van Boning, as he has done and did with Justin Hall, down to have a quick word. Just keep him in the moment.
Welcome back to the Moscone Cup from the Circus Arena in Blackpool. This is one of the biggest events in 9-ball, where the USA and Europe go toe-to-toe. Down on the table right now, it's a doubles game, and Team USA have taken the early lead. Let's hand back over to your commentators.
This game of doubles is it could be so pivotal in this year's Moscone Cup. Because if USA pull it back to 7-6, I think it's anyone's.
Well, the pressure, without doubt, slides right back to Team Europe. Yeah, not ideally placed as far as Team USA is concerned, but they could push. And that's what they're looking at.
Yeah. Tie the 7 up or something.
You see kids watching at home, learning the game, tie the 7 up. Don't just push out.
Well, he didn't really take his partner's advice, but
no, safety. We'll put them back.
It's up to you, we have a chip off it and go bang and then into the... So we stick them back.
Yeah, put them back, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to put them back in. I think that's the right decision. This is a tough shot because the 2 ball is not only close to the cushion, but also the 4 is in the way, stopping either the white or that 2 moving out the way. So this is not easy.
no, but you got a wall of colors down here to try and duck behind. If he flicks the right-hand side about half ball here, Andy, you got to feel that cue ball is going to find cover.
Yeah, but if you do that, you are pushing the 2 ball over to that corner pocket. That's the only problem with this shot. Oh, doesn't want to kiss. That's a mistake. That's a mistake.
Not exactly sure what Corey was trying there, but whatever it was, it didn't work out.
Strange shot to bring both balls around the table. You made a very good point. There was such a mess of balls in this end of the table. It was the perfect place to put the white ball, but
Yeah, go on.
as it is, it's a chance for Team Europe.
I've got a feeling that Corey now wishes he'd have taken his partner's advice and tied the 7 up. Everything available. Karl Boys has played well this year, but his partner Mark Gray has yet to win a point, and he's desperate for one.
Well, this is not the easiest shot in the world. The white straight on this 4 ball. He's got a slight angle, so the white's going to be coming up the table, but he is tight on that rail. Makes the shot that tiny bit more difficult.
Now it looks like the 8 only goes to the side pocket. Well, Karl having a quick look.
Yeah, straight on that. This will probably be just a tiny, tiny screw for the 7 in the opposite corner. No, yeah, that's exactly what he's done.
Yeah, you know, he'd like to have just drawn that back about another inch, inch and a half, because you can see he can't drop below the 8 easily now. He may have to try and develop it. And that was always going to be dangerous.
Yeah, that's not a good shot.
No, just they had to be a little bit more precise with their position from the 5 to the 7. Not been a great Moscone Cup for Mark. Not yet, anyway.
Well, there's a couple of shots on here. You can try and double it. You can bring the white down and play safe behind the 9. You can try and cut it into the middle. I don't think he'll play that. It's much too difficult. Yeah, I think it's a tiny bit of safety here. It's not bad. It's not bad. Good cue ball.
Tough safety here. Very tough.
Going towards the corner bag. He needs it to move up and down the table. Doesn't want it to stay there. Well, who's hitting this one? Is this Mark?
Try to just keep the cue ball on that rail over there. You ain't got to make this.
Yeah, this is the sort of shot he would get in the club when he's playing with his pals. Totally different out here in front of 1,300 people. Great shot, great shot, great shot.
And boys now to put pay to it. One. Terrific shot from Mark Gray. And the Europeans a chance to get off their hands. Yeah, this was a terrific shot from the former snooker professional Gray. You know, I said he had not won a point yet. That wasn't counting, actually, the 5-man, the very first match of this year's Moscone Cup. So my apologies, Mark. You really were involved in 1 point, but I know you desperately want this one. It's his break, 1-1. And you can see the top left of your picture, the overall score, 7-5. That's the one we're all watching.
Where's the one going? Where's the one?
Behind cover, Andy. Yeah, there's just no flow to this match, and Mark shaking his head. It was a good break, and he's pulled the cue ball over to the side. And the 1 has found cover behind the only ball it could find cover behind, the 5 over on the side. And now it's going to be a push.
Can't really leave a shot, can we?
Well, not unless it's on the back right there.
You're putting the white in the corner over there. Just as long as
Leaving
that,
the bank now, aren't we?
not if you leave it here.
About here for a jump.
You like the jump, yeah?
Not really.
I can't jump.
Well, at least we know neither one of them can jump now.
Well, let's just hope the Americans didn't hear any of that and put them back in.
Shot.
Well, they've played into a jump. And I guarantee you the Americans will be giving this one back.
Go ahead. Back to Europe.
Yeah, that surprised me, that. If neither of them can jump. Why would the Americans take that shot on?
A little bit of poker, maybe. He's got no choice with this. And
Extension.
Extension, please. Thank you.
I actually watched Karl play a few jump shots, even at the U.S. Open. I thought he was pretty handy with the jump cue. Mark, I understand, coming from a snooker background, but
Wow! Wow! What a shot that was!
so that's Karl Boys not being able to jump.
Can't go enough, can I? No, you might come over here.
Wonderful shot, striking down on the cue ball. One ball flying into the corner. Absolutely brilliant. You may remember, Jim, 2 years ago in Bethnal Green, I think it was Nick Vandenberg used the rest and made a jump shot, possibly the best shot in Moscone Cup history. I tell you what, that one wasn't far behind. Neither was that one either. Wow.
Well, all he could have done there is keep that cue ball out of the side and pocketing the two. What an effort again from Mark Gray on this shot.
I've got to be honest, I've seen that twice now and I still don't know how he did it. Just got to be careful that adrenaline doesn't pump too much and make you miss a stupid ball. They should dish from here, the Europeans. That's nice. Lovely weight shot. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty straight.
You know the shot I think he might. Will he play the... Well, he probably won't. I'm just thinking 8 onto the 9 because he's got that angle now. He doesn't... I can't see him playing the combination here. He's going to pull the white ball back. Oh, well, Jim. I'm looking at Jim, and Jim doesn't... That's a strange shot, isn't it?
Before the middle.
Well, certainly at the speed he played it. If he was going to try and draw it out with the side spin, I expected a little bit more conviction. He's got to float this in now.
Yeah. It's in. Boys, he said to him, natural angle to come round. And he wasn't wrong. That's a wonderful shot. Turning into quite some match here tonight.
Yes, it is. 2-1. They've won the last 2 racks, Europe, and looking very strong here in Blackpool. The 21st Moscone Cup coming your way following the break. Some terrific shot making, the order of the day in that rack. 9 deposited courtesy of Karl Boys, and they bruised their knuckles. 5-3, Europe took the first one, then it was the opposite score line, seeing America come back. And we're in the heart of day 3. It'll be all singles action after this.
Corey Joe, that's the break. See, they keep getting that one in the middle. That's the difference. That's the difference.
They pull the cue ball over to the side cushion, so they're targeting that one. The 9 is being racked on the spot for those of you just joining us. So a lot of these players are targeting that one. That's why they're pulling the cue ball over to the side cushion. It's not a flush break on the one, kind of about a 3/4 ball hit. But this is a very useful break. And it looks like that 5 right beside the 9 is available. That would be the only dangerously positioned ball as far as America is concerned.
Yeah, they'll be looking to get the white, I think, back for the 5 from where it is now.
Yeah, the way the rack's looking right now, I mean, they don't have to play a lot of difficult positional shots. I mean, they're just a stop shot to leave the perfect angle to get the cue ball up for the 6.
No, it's okay, he's got the legs. Maybe he would have liked that to travel 2, 3, 4 inches more, but he shouldn't have any problems dropping this one in. Natural angle to come down as well for the 7.
Electing to keep the cue ball in the middle of the table, so he knows he's going to be close to the 7.
That's okay. That's okay. He'll be lifting the butt of the cue in the air.
Scratch.
Right, it's just a little stab shot. The white will be going up for the 8. Absolutely fine.
Well, that worked out all right for Corey, but there were a few anxious moments there flicking the 9.
Yeah, didn't need to hit it that hard, I don't think, but doesn't matter. Shouldn't miss these 2. Well, the first 2 matches we had on tonight, I think it's fair and honest to say, weren't as good as we expect in the Moscone Cup, but this one is.
Yeah, and again, positional play really coming to the fore here for the Americans. Made that rack look easy, never in trouble.
You're going to hit and head on. Did you hit and head on? Yeah, just slightly off, or just sort of in between a cut and a sort of 3/4.
For sure.
Karl and Mark again having a little chat. I always like to see partners communicating, whether they're facing adversity or flying through a match. And the Americans are chatting away too. Both of these teams match up nicely.
I left you too close to the rail there. I got heat on him.
You ever play snooker or pool with a glove on? Does it make a difference?
Never used a glove. I know there's a little higher degree of humidity as far as the Americans are concerned. I mean, John lives in Southern California. Mark Gray doesn't, but I know it's pretty humid in Southern California, so maybe he wears a glove there too.
Boys, he'll be looking to get this 1 ball in the middle bag. Didn't get it last time. Doesn't get it this time.
Yeah, he's left a clear path to the 1 for Team USA. Not happy, but he hasn't really left anything easy for the Americans. Good containing shot. You can see at the bottom of the table, pink 4. I don't know whether it passes a 7 into the corner, but that could be a problem ball.
I don't think he'll try and bend this round. I think he'll go up and
See,
down.
yeah, the 4 doesn't look like it goes, Andy. He might be able to float it in slowly.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, pal?
Yeah.
Yeah? Anyway, it's good.
Yeah.
This is tough. He's got to hit it and get it safe. Very tough shot. He's hit
Or
it.
make
He's hit
it.
it.
Good.
Needs to get it safe. Needs a bit of luck.
He's left a combination. That's it. 1 to the 7, but everything has been developed
Just
now.
smooth it in. If you hit it decent at all, you'll get a shot.
John knows it too. He's attacking here.
Yeah, and doesn't have to do anything with this cue ball because he'll hit this slowly for the one to virtually stay where it is. There you go, perfect shot, great shot.
Well, they got this one by the throat now, Andy. No excuses, just keep doing what they've been doing in this whole match. Control that cue ball.
Yeah, and we've said it. We said it last night, we said it tonight. The Americans haven't played well. They're still hanging in there. I think
if anybody can do it,
if
it's
the
you.
Americans
Yeah.
get this point,
Swing around on
the
you.
Europeans will feel the pressure like they've never felt it in this
Good
year's
catch.
Moscone.
Or in years. I mean, the two players, in my opinion, that have struggled the most are paired together here for Team USA. Corey hasn't really looked comfortable yet, even though he's gotten a couple points. He's looked shaky to me, and obviously John Schmidt in the last match for him, first of day 3, he looked terrible. See, and he's underhit this one. That was not a good positional shot from him. These balls were in the open. They shouldn't even be letting Team Europe back to the table.
You like it?
Yeah, a bit short of pace with that one. He shouldn't miss this, and the white will go around that 9 ball and take the 5 into the same
Whatever
pocket.
you like, kiddo. Bank it too.
He's talking about a bank shot. I think that's risky.
Corey wants to attack. John wants him to play safe. In the end, John just said, whatever you like, kiddo.
Oh, he's going for the cut in the corner.
Yeah, and you heard his partner.
Shot, Corey.
Wow. Great shot from the Prince of Pool there.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the actual part itself. It was the weight of the shot. That was the difficult part of it.
A lot of pressure on that one, Andy, because he knew he had to slow roll it. And if it didn't go in, it was only ever going to hang around the pocket. And you know, it looks like John Schmidt has found another gear. This is the big shot. If there's going to be a pressure shot and a miss, it's going to come right here. Throw to the pocket, and that will do his confidence the world of good.
You know what, Jim? We've got a match on our hands now.
3-2. As you said, Andy, Team USA not going away. Keeping the heat on the Europeans. How will they respond? Stay with us to find out. Welcome back. Corey Deuel and his partner John Schmidt doing a number on European hopes here, keeping the crowd silent. You can see day 3, well, blue and red so far. How this one's going to go, stay with us to find out. We close out day 3 with singles play.
And again, the Americans, they put on the brake. They've got it. That's the difference at the moment between these two.
Well, not an ideal shot here on the 2, but at least a chance to control their fate.
Here. Or bank the 2 a little wide to here. Kind of run into the 8-2 rails. Just make sure you play the 2 down by you, right? If you get them safe, you get them safe.
Well, he's trying to Bring the white off 2 cushions around the table.
Needs to find cover because that 2 hung around the corner. He just got that a little thin.
Always think it's a dangerous shot when you send an object ball near a pocket. I always think that. Much safer to send the object ball around the table.
You know, that's the second time he hasn't listened to John, too, because John wanted him to bank the 2 down by where he was standing. Now, he's still got a little bit of an insurance policy in the form of that 7. The 7 doesn't go by the 8. It offers a combination to the 8 to the same pocket that, well, the pocket that Mark Gray tried to make that 2. This has not been a memorable experience so far.
No, he's struggling with the long pots over the last few days. That didn't even go close, did it? He'll be absolutely disappointed and gutted with that one.
Yeah, European #1, Andy. I saw him at the hotel earlier, and he was desperate to try and stake a claim here.
Best shot I've ever made my whole career.
You think here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just make sure you make it. I'll figure something out.
That's exactly how me and Jim play the game.
That's exactly what you want to hear from your partner.
That's wonderful, isn't it? That was beautiful.
Key ball is going into the 9 here. I just wonder, you know, if he kind of just took his mind away and looked at the carom into the 9, and he's left a 6-9 combination. That one's going to turn on them quick.
Tried to pinch it, tried to pinch that rack, didn't need to do that. And as Jim quite rightly says, he's left the combination. My goodness, how important could that be?
Quiet, please. Thank you.
Had 2 shots on his mind. He should have just concentrated on the 1.
Oh, that was a big shot for Mark Gray, and the clenched fist says it all. He needs a shot of confidence as well. And all the Europeans coming out, I think they understand the significance of this match.
Yeah, he'll be absolutely disappointed. That's the problem. When you're taking on 1 shot and you know the white ball, the cue ball is going into another one.
I just dog it too much. That's all there is to it. Total hanger.
Yeah, you could see, and I mean, if he got the 5, he didn't have position to the 6, so I've got to think he was trying to get the 9 there.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. As I said, they know America is fighting back, and this is what the Moscone Cup is all about, the battle.
Darren Appleton last up tonight. Dynamite, Darren.
I mean, I saw it skid. It skidded.
Brutal. I make it to where they don't got to get out either. The 7/8's tied up.
We had a tough out anyway.
Well, it was a tough out, and that's why I took it on.
But that's exactly the way Corey's supposed to handle his partner right now. He knows his partner's struggling. He's got to keep him in the moment.
Now, Mark has been struggling with his break-off. Actually, the whole of Team Europe have over the last few days. Need to bag the 1 ball in the middle pocket. Misses again, but the 4 drops.
Well, this is really handy. And the crowd know it too. 1, 2, and 3 all in the same area of the table as we see a very good break from Mark Gray.
You know what? They're missing the 1 by the same margin every single time.
Settle down now. Thank you very much.
He won't care, as you quite rightly said, Jim. You see how fast this cloth is. You see that's like an ice rink. You know,
Can you get me here? I can't see. No? Well, I can sort of like be round here, screwing off the cushion maybe.
And just wait up. Extension. Extension. Yeah, I don't want to be there.
Right.
Because I've got to whack it in.
Okay.
So
I'll get you round here.
yeah, around this spot here is good. It's all right.
Well, it's all right. It's exactly where you wanted it, Karl, so it's got to be better than all right.
Okay, nice and quiet now. Thank you.
Straight up the left-hand side of the table.
Right, the 6 in the middle, Karl.
Yeah, that's good.
he would have preferred to have been the other side of this 5, and then he could have stunned up for the 6 in the same pocket. But as it is, he'll pop this in. White will go off that top cushion and down for the 6 in the other corner pocket.
Yes, that very good break from Mark Gray, setting the stage for this clearance.
Shot. It's okay. It's absolutely fine. 8 in the same pocket.
Well, 8-ball champ, Karl.
He knows Karl Boys, former world 8-ball champion, and tremendous amount of camaraderie on Team Europe. And that man knows all about it. And Mark Gray, he started it with a good break, finished it with a 9, and 4-3 Europe in front of a crucial match. And this was the break. As we said, a terrific break with 1, 2, and 3 all in the same area of the table.
And that's the ball that took Europe within 1 point of putting Europe 8-5 in front.
As long as you give them a good hit, you're giving them a chance, aren't they?
They're talking about the break.
If I throw like Corey, I'm a million.
Well, complete contrast to the Americans, who aren't talking to each other.
Amir Pashtad, Navy SEAL commander.
I've got to be honest, his disguise isn't that good.
He's doing his Hulk Hogan imitation right now.
And it goes again. Yeah, good 1 ball, but as you can see, 2 stays one end. Very tight to that cushion.
Interesting though, Andy, you do see the difference in the braking between America and Europe. Corey choosing the cut brake. And just a little heavier than what John would have liked. I think he may be able to try and masse this around the 5. He might even be able to see it. And there's no way he should be able to see this.
Bump it down.
Yeah.
And if I miss the middle, maybe
yeah.
I'll
prefer you playing the shot.
Right, all right.
Yeah, John's fighting it right now.
Yeah. This is a tough shot because it's not about hitting it. That's not going to be a problem. It's about where it goes.
Oh, you with me?
Extension, please. Thank you.
You know that's gonna happen now.
You know the shot, Karl.
Yeah, messy table in the middle, just above the cue
yourself.
ball. 4, 5, 6.
I think he's going to send the white ball off 3 cushions back down to where it is. No, he's not. That's a great shot. Oh, that's such a clever shot. Slightly too hard. Can he flick the corner of that?
He may just be able to get at this off that bottom cushion. And I think he can. He'll jack up on this and spin it.
Nice and quiet right now. Thank you. It's good.
Oh, that's nice. That's lovely.
I could probably swerve this and get him. Yeah, I don't really got much option, but just trying to full ball and get distance.
Yeah, just swerve around the 5. You heard him, full ball and distance.
Overhit slightly, but it's not a bad second prize, is it? Can clip the side of the 2. Oh, he didn't want that. He didn't expect that to happen. That cluster of balls. Flick the 2 ball back up here. Chance for the Europeans.
In fairness, a little unlucky in my opinion.
Slide into the pile, go to the end rail. No, it comes backwards.
And John knows it. You know, he couldn't possibly, look, it went right between those colors, caught the edge of the 5 to come back towards the cue ball. That was desperately unlucky.
Well, you won't get a better chance to have a 3-point lead. 7-5 at the moment.
You get me there, I can run it through off the bottom.
What for?
Top bag. If you can get me here, what do you think?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. All right.
If you get me straight off, like.
Yeah, no problems.
15 seconds.
Now the 5 doesn't go by the 6, so if he doesn't have the angle to slide over, well, he does have angle here. He could try and drop below this and play the 5 into the side pocket. Other options, a 5-6 combination.
15 seconds.
But he's got the angle here to really get that cue ball wherever he wants.
It's be interesting to see how he plays this one. Doesn't want it. No. Doesn't want it on the rail.
Not ideal.
Don't worry about the white. Up here's fine.
All about the pop.
That kicked right up. I don't know. You've got 20 seconds, mate.
Quiet, please.
Must keep your body completely still on this shot. Tin. 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 Tin.
Well, if there was going to be a twitch, that's where it was going to come.
Wonderful shot. And that should be it. They won't let it slip now. It's been tough. It's not been easy.
Plenty of time, pal.
And at some stage it wasn't pretty, but they won't care. It's another point and another point closer to retaining the title.
Well, the pressure was applied and Europe has responded in the best way possible. And Karl Boys and Mark Gray on the verge of a point that a lot of people might say is where the Moscone Cup turned. The threat averted for the moment. Great performance. Mark Gray finally a point away from the 5-man team, and he is ecstatic. But the handshakes arrive, and it's an 8-5 lead for Team Europe.
A superb result there for the European pair, and the Americans are left feeling disappointed. John Schmidt's miserable night continued as he and Corey Deuel relinquished a leading position to allow Karl Boys and Mark Gray to win Europe's second point of the evening. Here's confirmation of the score so far, and now Team Europe lead 8-5 in this race to 11. Join us next time when it's Niels Fine against Justin Bergman. The USA will need to dig deep once again to get another point on the board and help keep their Moscone Cup dreams alive.